So we're welfare queens and hoochies. The actual utter ghetto could not even be desirable, even if our life depended on it. The ugliest demographic, the just lost, right? That's what you want us to think. Truth is, we are the most educated. We are extremely desirable. We are the table, the chairs, the foundation, the room, the building, the air you breathe. And it shows because there's no way in the world a world could be so obsessive about a particular individual or a particular group of people, so much so that we cannot be silent enough for you. The world is so used to siphoning the love, the laughter, the warmth of a black woman. The world is not used to hearing a black woman say no. Oh, this world anything. We never did. And what have you done for us lately?
Okay. So why are Black women not appreciated as much? Okay. Or should they be more appreciated? Or you can speak on what she said, basically, Paul.
Wait, that person was just a narcissist. Like she was taking, she was saying like, he said we are all this and we my air, and I'm like, what? Like I would be more curious of how many black women here believe they are exactly what she described, because that's crazy. She was a narcissist. I would think a person would just be a person, but
Wait, why was she a narcissist? I'm a little confused.
you didn't hear what she said. I mean, she's talking about y'all don't appreciate. We did everything, like our looks. We're the most desirable. We're the most this. Like we don't deserve. You don't deserve to even be in our space. Like that was too much. She and that's one thing that I think can help the culture of siphon through all the crap is like that person is a bad example. But what she's doing is claiming all black girls so that she can get that sisterhood card, so she can get the Teflon shield up. So when people come at her, all of a sudden it's like, no, you can't, you're not supposed to. But that's just a bad, terrible person. That's not saying that's every black woman is like that. I know because my mom's in the other room. She came to visit, birth of my little girl. But it's like, yo, you don't. That person that was just a terrible person. Like, ugh. Like don't follow that example. People, human beings, forget black or white, just don't follow that example. She was terrible.
Anybody disagree with him?
Well, a point of clarification and correction. Black women are not the most educated in terms of degrees. That is Asian women. Asian women have the most degreed demographic overall, and then the most degreed demographic for women.
Okay. Anybody?
But I do want to speak to her rhetoric because it's very dangerous and harmful to Black women. It does not. It gives Black women an inflated ego, which makes it hard for Black women to, if we're going back to the first topic about families, it makes it hard for Black women to be in a relationship with a man, any man. And then if we're talking about wealth or generational wealth or anything, you need, for most people, two incomes to achieve that. Whether it's your husband starts a business and you work together that business, or both of y'all are working. So particularly for young women, I know someone already made up their mind, you can't tell me nothing. But for the young women who truly want to be married, and Black women who want to be married and have a family, you have got to stop listening to these delusional, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, but not the reality of the situation, women who are misleading you and lying to you because of pride and ego.
Do you guys think that women should be appreciated more in today's society?
Women?
I mean, Black women. I'm sorry.
I think we are over. I don't think appreciated. I don't think appreciated is the correct term. I think we are marketed more. We are pandered more. We are targeted more for consumption. We are targeted more to focus on ourselves. And we are lied to. And I fully realize this. I was in my mid-30s. I was a director. I was well in my career. But when I became pregnant, it became clear, every everything is telling you for women, focus on your career, focus on your career. Nothing is telling you focus on being a good mother, focus on being a good wife, focus on raising your babies. There is, especially in the mainstream society, there's little to nothing that tells women you need to focus on family and raising children and what that entails. I would say to young women, particularly if you're in your mid 20s, and if you want to have children, think of, if you're single, you know what? When I get with whatever man, I need to have a conversation and say, hey, I've saved up money so that when we start having children, that I stay home with my children. I think that needs to be spoken to more loudly over and over again, because I'm a working mother. I love my children, but if I were to do everything different, I wouldn't have spent all those money on trips. I would have really just spoke to my husband and said, look, and we did it for a while with my first, our first child, but I would have said, I need to stay home with my babies. And I'm saying that now because I just didn't even think about it. I thought about children as, ooh, you have children, okay, you put them to the side and you get back to work. But then when I actually had my children, I'm like, no, we've been lied to. We've been marketed to that all it is to be a slave to the job. And that's not the most important thing. Candace always made a good point about nothing, your job will not fulfill you as much as having children. And a lot of the people who push back on that didn't have children. So of course they wouldn't know. Even Rihanna, billionaire, has said, this is the most important thing I've done, is having her sons. And now she's pregnant with a daughter. I think, and people just overlook that. But that speaks volumes, and it's not pushed because they want you to be working for the machine.
Mhm.
So
I mean,
I'm
but
sorry.
women have to work nowadays, though. So it's not like they can be like Rihanna. She's a billionaire. She has
Yes,
a business that's running on their own to where she's making money in her sleep.
but before you have children, again, I think young ladies need to consider this if they want to be mothers and wives. Before you have children, you don't always have to go on that trip. You can set money off to the side. If you are dating with intention to be married, you can have a conversation with a serious man, because there are several marriage-minded men who do not mind to say, hey, you're going to work, but when you have babies, it's okay if you stop working, if you're saving up so that or support me, or whatever way, be my support. So, or we need to manage our lifestyle so that you can be home until when they get to elementary. Very possible. But again, we don't even have those conversations in our community about,
people are having children.
you know,
They're not even having conversations.
Yes, about staying home and raising the children. And I'm just thinking back in my life, and I'm like, wow, how come no one told me? But that's not what is pushed. The push is you be a career woman, you go out there, you have these babies, you dump it off to somebody else to take care of, and then just wish, hope it works. And most often we're tired of both ends. There was an article that's saying women are taking more time to go back to the workplace, especially when they become mothers. And that is the reason. You cannot do both. You cannot push yourself so hard without breaking down on one or the other.
Right. Well, and
Coco, I just wanted to ask. I'm sorry.
No. Real quick, I'll say that, and the have kids young, because as a first time dad in their 40s, my back, my shoulders, my knees, my Achilles. Have kids in your 20s, y'all. Come on, stop playing around.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Coco. Do you feel appreciated as a Black woman?
Yeah, by my husband, by my children. I mean, it's a thankless job. By the people I'm around. I mean, people. I'm not to toot my own horn, but people like to be around me. I am an enjoyable person to be around because I give off that energy. I do not feel unappreciated. There's never been a time where it's like, oh, I'm an unappreciated Black woman. No, absolutely not.
Do you think most Black women nowadays are appreciated?
I don't think most Black women should be appreciated just because they're Black. I think you should be appreciated by who you are, what you contribute to the world, not because I'm Black. I mean, I love being Black, but that should not be the reason I'm appreciated. I should be appreciated because I do good in the world.
Right. I was going to say the reason why I asked you is because as Black women, the women that are putting in I guess the work that matters, right? So I hear a lot of times men say that they don't care about the degrees. They don't care about what kind of career you have. They don't care about how much money you have. And that's really where a lot of the women put their energy at. So if men are telling you exactly what they don't care about, how can you put that type of standard on a man to say, you need to appreciate me for what I'm bringing to the table? But you're not even willing to have his baby, to make sure that he's well fed, and not just saying, oh, just cooking a meal, because you can cook whatever. You can cook spaghetti and meatballs every day, whatever. I'm talking about something that's actually nourishing to this man to make him live longer. I'm talking about uplifting this man whenever he's going out into this world. I'm not talking about just regular, oh, macaroni and cheese slapping on a plate, here you go, you're fed. Women are not willing to do that, and women are also not willing to even have babies naturally. You know what I mean? Like where there no epidural, water birth, making sure your mind is right, your mental is there for that baby, putting yourself in a space. Like a lot of women are not even willing to do that. So what kind of appreciation are you really looking for if you always want to give somebody some kind of lip about, oh, he's trying to control me, tell me what I can wear, what I can't wear. He's trying to tell me I can't go out at night by myself. He's trying to tell me this. Listen, you can do what you want, but don't come complaining about appreciation. Put in the work that's needed, and that's it.
The
Women
same
want to
people
be
that say
appreciated for being
appreciation are the
women.
same people that are just trying to get your dollar. The same
Yeah.
the same marketing, the same messaging of, oh, Black women, you're beautiful, you're earth, you're this. That's why you need to buy this bag, and that's why you need to do all these things, and that's why you need to purchase and be a consumer. That's not appreciation. That is debt. That is mental anguish. That is a burden and a yoke that unfortunately Black women have put on themselves because they listen to entities that ultimately do not care about you. They tell you what you want to hear so they can take from you. So you can be a consumer, so you can be a slave to the job, to love and hoop, whatever, reality TV shows, to consumerism, to whatever. And and that's why it's just important for us to push again for the ones who care, because I care about my community. I care about Black women. I do. And that's why we, for the ones who care, like Anton, I think it is commendable that you and your wife had children in your 20s. That makes sense. Because me at 42, I have a 2-year-old. I'm tired. I am
Wait,
tired
you say
right now.
you 42? You got a
Yeah.
2-year-old?
Yes.
Oh, dang. Shout out
Yeah.
to
Well, yeah. And and Paul Pierce says something during, I watched the whole Paul Pierce, Dr. Brian interview. Very concerning, very alarming. Black women should not listen to this woman because she is dangerous in terms of what she's saying about having babies in the 40s, whatever. But Paul Pierce made a good point about you should be having your kids younger so you can enjoy your life now. Because when you're 40 and you're almost getting perimenopausal for women in that 43 plus 7 years, and then menopause hits, your hormone levels are changing, they're fluctuating, you're going crazy, you don't have that energy, your bones are breaking. That's the time where you should be relaxing, not chasing. And I love my children, but not chasing little psychopaths that can't sit still, that don't care about your sleep, that don't care about if mommy needs rest or daddy needs, that are so self-absorbed. That's not the time. So again, he said, rightly stated, you should have your children as early as you can. Unfortunately, it took us a longer time to have children. I've been pregnant 4 times. I have 2 live children. My first son died 7 days after being born. I had a miscarriage. So all of those things happen over the course of trying to be pregnant, starting at 30 and ending at 42. So that's things that just people need to talk about. Women need to have these discussions to know, no, I can't just freeze my eggs. No, I can't just do IVF. Only 5% of children born are from IVF.
No,
So like
and then IVF is also expensive. So
yes,
most of them are
exactly.
doing that.
And it's super painful. I mean, a friend of ours just went through almost a year and a half, and you get shot full of hormones. You get like 50 shots in one sitting. Doesn't work. You wait 2 weeks, and you got to come back in. And they've traveled around the world just to try to get the best IVF testing. Oh, it took them a year and a half. So why don't we just do it
let me
natural?
go to Deja. Deja, I saw you making facial expressions. Go ahead, girl.
No, I agree with a lot of what everyone has to say. When we get to talking about having children later on in life and what happens to the body and things like that, I think that it's important for people to understand that these things that have now become normalized as to what happens to people in their 40s are not actually normal. Mm-hmm. And people should understand how the body works. And the reason why things start to break down and change in your 40s, 50s, and 60s is because of the condition that you keep your body in your 20s and your 30s and your teens, even as a adolescent. So off detoxing, allowing your body to just take a break will slow down some of those things that we have now normalized, the imbalances, the things, the IVF.
Hold on, Deja.
They don't necessarily need.
I think we should.
I know, but I just had to do it because a lot of the.
Do you agree or disagree that Black women are not as appreciated as they should?
Okay. Well, to the topic,
I don't be caring. I don't care nothing about IVF. I don't care nothing about none of that.
Well, we got off of that topic.
I don't care about how many shots y'all taking. I don't care about none of that. None of that means anything to me. I'm trying to understand whether or not y'all feel like y'all appreciated it.
Well, as a Black woman, I definitely think I'm appreciated. I think I'm appreciated because of who I am. So yes, I happen to think so.
You are appreciated.
You believe that Black women
today,
Black women, I think Black women are appreciated. I think Black men love Black women, and I think it's vice versa. I think that we get on the internet and there's a lot of this and this, but in the real world, I think we love each other. I love Black people. I feel appreciated. I do.
Do you think that Black? Okay, let me deep dive a little bit more. Do you think that Black women are appreciated by Black men?
Yes.
Okay.
In the real world, yes. It's just on the internet when y'all get to talking where that's not the case. But in the real world, absolutely.
Isn't the internet the real world? We got real live people on this panel.
No, we got real live people on these panels, but on the internet is not a real place. People don't show up as their real selves. And what you see on the internet is not oftentimes people's real reality.
Okay. Bull, you agree? Because you made a facial expression to what she was saying.
It's like I agree that they're appreciated. I feel like they're overappreciated because, from my point of view, every time I see females that are appreciated, they're talking down on men, and then
I think he
how I
got to
see them
leave and come back
appreciated.
in. His
Bull,
audio.
leave and come back because your mic is horrible. I'm gonna pass it to Jade because she hasn't done nothing.
Damn.
Sound like the demon was coming in or something on that one.
Jade, go ahead.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I guess the question that I would have is, who are they look to appreciate them? Because I personally feel like for people like out in the world, like if you haven't like put back into your community, I don't know why you're looking for random people to appreciate you for something. I feel like you should be appreciated by your family and not care about, what other people have to think. And I feel like if more people focused on that, then it wouldn't seem as though you're not appreciated because you will be focusing on people who have no obligation to appreciate you. So